How did town petitions work to defend representative government against royal authoritarianism in early New England? I'm Adrienne Chastain-Weimer, and I'm a professor of history at Providence College. This module takes place in New England in 1665. Some of the main characters of this module include Dedham inhabitants. These are both freemen and non-freemen, or voters and non-voters, who signed the petition. Charles II, the King of England. Royal commissioners. These are agents sent to impose royal authority in the colonies. Massachusetts Bay elected leaders, magistrates, and legislators. And younger colonists, non-freemen, a group targeted by royal officials. In the 1660s, the English monarch, Charles II, removed critics from English universities, from government offices, and from Church of England pulpits. And he gained greater control over courts and municipalities, and asserted the power to dismiss judges and officials at will. Some of the last strongholds of representative government in the English realm were the Puritan-led New England colonies. Now, since the 1620s, these colonies had developed robust traditions of local self-government with very little interference from the crown. Charles II viewed these colonies with suspicion. Many colonists had supported Parliament rather than the crown in the civil wars of the 1640s, and their religious practices and political independence appeared dangerous to royal authority. In 1664, Charles II sent royal commissioners to New England aboard warships. Their orders included taking control of colonial courts and militias and scouting valuable natural resources such as long, straight pine trees for the Royal Navy. The commissioners treated local leaders with contempt. Their strategy focused on sowing factionalism, influencing elections behind the scenes, and reporting opposition leaders. This threat was not abstract. It directly challenged the colonists' ability to elect their own leaders, control their own militias, and govern their churches without interference. In response to the demands of the royal commissioners, townspeople across Massachusetts Bay organized a petition campaign in the year 1664 and 1665. Freemen and non-freemen gathered in taverns and public spaces to draft statements urging their elected leaders to resist the Royal Commission. The Dedham petition is notable because it was signed primarily by non-freemen, many of them younger colonists whom royal officials hoped to recruit. These petitioners pledged their lives and estates to their elected government and expressed anger at outsiders who sought to disturb their, quote, chiefest and dearest enjoyments, end quote. The Dedham petition asserts civic duty and collective responsibility. It considers attempts to spread false news. The petitioners explicitly asked their elected leaders to stand united and to resist royal encroachment on courts and militias. In return, they offered their loyalty, their property, and their lives. Bolstered by this and other town petitions, Massachusetts Bay leaders refused to capitulate. They sent Charles II a tribute of shipmasts for the Royal Navy, but they rejected a royal takeover of local institutions. For the next 20 years, annual elections continued undisturbed. So in early New England, petitions allowed individuals and groups to formally appeal to legislatures. Petitioning was not restricted to elites. The 1641 Body of Liberties, the Law Code, explicitly permitted all kinds of people, all inhabitants, including women and Native Americans, to petition the government. As many as half of colonial laws in the 18th century originated as petitions. The Dedham petition resists authoritarianism by identifying early warning signs of royal overreach. It stresses civic obligation, it calls out factionalism, and it urges a willingness to take risks to defend local institutions. The language of the petition reflects early modern political culture, in which religious vocabulary served as the dominant idiom for political expression. So references to blessing the Lord signal gratitude for political liberty and peace, while biblical allusions, such as the curse of Meroz, warn against dangerous passivity in moments of crisis. The petition is especially significant because it identified authoritarian tendencies early. By the 1680s, the Crown had dissolved elected governments all across the Northeast and created an autocratic supercolony called the Dominion of New England. Colonists later remembered the 1664-65 petitions as a successful precedent, and they used that memory to motivate renewed resistance.